Hello and welcome back to Digital Assets Daily. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in your corner of the world. Hit that like and subscribe. Also, Ripple Director questions a new model for determining XRP fair market value. Drawing parallels with previous models, the former Ripple Director questions the veracity of a new approach aiming to determine the fair market value of XRP. So a novel model for assessing the fair market value of XRP has emerged within the XRP community. But Matt Hamilton, former director of developer relations at Ripple, is questioning its authenticity. Hamilton's doubts were triggered by previous models that dominated the scene in the past. So digital asset investor, shout out my brother, a crypto YouTuber and XRP community member, first shared what appears to be the cover of a white paper of the new model, titled A Comprehensive Approach to Determine the Fair Market Value of XRP. Stating, a little birdie told me the Hinman emails weren't the only thing coming, the YouTuber revealed, but has since failed to provide valuable information on the document's origin. And there you go, directly from DAI's Twitter page. And again, that would be very interesting. I'm going to just keep going through with the article because it's pretty entertaining. So given its cryptic nature, Matt Hamilton expresses skepticism regarding the legitimacy of the document, highlighting similarities between it and previously released models. Hamilton remarked that these prior approaches ultimately proved to be speculative nonsense. And there you go. If you're welcome to click on the link below in the description below, and you can follow that. The Val Hill guy's got a handful of beatings, I guess you could say, from the industry. But I mean, I'm neutral on those guys. I can see how they're getting the abuse, and I can see how, if their intent is right, you know what I mean? If their heart is right in what they're saying, the reason they were creating some document, at least this is the version that I was explained, was that if you go back to 1971 and they just removed all the gold, just took it, removed the gold back from the dollar, became the Federal Reserve note, etc. There was no kind of support. So what I was explained, the reason they had done what they did and was creating that, it wasn't trying to be something greedy or something sneaky to take advantage of retail investors. It was quite the opposite, at least again, the version I was explained. And that was to protect them had the government came in and then just taken your XRP the way they had taken gold from citizens of the USA. So at that point, what the Val Hill people, the reason they created and stated, I'm just going to highlight it really quick, the $37,500 and the $50,000 evaluation of XRP, who knows, and most likely will go that or much higher in the end long term. But the reason they did is if they did come in and decide to take that, there was some kind of an evaluation which the government would have to buy back from you, unlike what they had done with the gold and just take it from you and take without having some kind of like a value established prior to that moment. And that's really the significance of what they had created, was to have a value. If they come in and they say, it's mandatory you hand over your XRP, okay, great, here's the lawsuit, here's the determined value, it's $37,500 or $50,000, whatever it ended up being. So I mean, I can see both sides of that. I'm neutral, I'm negative, I have no input beyond that as far as that goes. That's it. But another thing too is attorney Jeremy Hogan gives a ruling date for the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit based on Torres ruling pattern. And this was a pretty interesting thing too. I like how he kind of found consistency, and he found the pattern with that, because according to Jeremy Hogan, the judge has issued major rulings every 9 weeks. And that's September 29th, December 19th, March 6th, and May 16th. And that's one thing he said. It's worth noting that on September 29th, Judge Torres ordered the U.S. SEC Commissioner to surrender Hinman's documents to Ripple Labs, Inc., following a heated battle over 18 months. And that's where he kind of does his breakdown. So, according to attorney Jeremy Hogan, that's what he's predicting from her patterns of every 9 weeks. And he's expecting and projecting around mid-July of this year, we should have something. And then that again would align up with the July 1st original date for the FedNow to go live. And again, all the connections back to XRP and Ripple even there as they did their testing with that very specific asset. So XRP recognized by Atlanta Fed Reserve Bank as a global payment solution. And this is something that we shared on our Twitter yesterday in the discussion. That that was something I'm going to highlight here on the screen. Do not look. Be safe to yourself and others around you if you're working or driving. Again, we make these for busy lives and busy schedules for experienced investors so that you can just listen. But again, feel free to watch those on your YouTube channel, on your PC, your TV, or even your smartphone. But one thing we said from the beginning, and we took a beating from the community, but again and again and again, all information, supports as we've shown you, and that's what we're here for. We're here to show you so you know that your asset continues to remain valuable. According to the report, XRP is roughly envisioned as an international payment medium or wholesale settlement coin, as we always say, the triple X. And we've shown you a great deal of information since 2019 supporting everything that we state. Again, it's for ourselves as retail investors and to support retail investors to know the knowledge they have, the assets that they chose, and that they are the chosen ones. So again, we have XRP for wholesale, XLM for retail, XDC for trade, and Vechain for the supply chain. And those again are the top 4 favorites of this channel. Though we discuss everything, we've learned years ago there's no sense in maximalism, because it does nothing but put blinders on you to see what's really happening in all aspects of this journey that we're here taking together. But again, the battle for the Federal Reserve, Ripple's XRP versus Stellar's XLM, who will power the instant payment service. And again, we just kind of revealed that. The big thing too with the CBDCs and the FedNow, the digital dollar, etc. Even in that, there's 2 tiers. You have wholesale and retail, again, with that as well. No sense to keep digging into that one. We've already shown that XRP or Ripple, they're creating a wholesale market for the CBDCs, and we've already shown many times all of the different places that Stellar connects to central bank digital currencies for retail and for gold-backed assets, again, since 2019. But next up, Vechain collaborates with the Boston Consulting Group and over 1,800 industry leaders to propel the future of blockchain. Boston Consulting Group, a global leader in environmental, social, and governance (ESG) sustainability, recently hosted an event attended by over 1,800 international enterprise leaders, where Vechain was the exclusive blockchain representative. And again, the exclusive supply chain of the APAC and Australian region as well, which we showed you. And again, remember, just the APAC region alone is 60% of the global population, so that is not insignificant. And remember, with all the blockchains that are available in China, there are only 2 cryptocurrencies that are approved. That was the Postal X and the Vechain for, again, the supply chain. So what they have in store and what they have planned, again, we've shown you for quite a few years, is very, very massive. And I believe this will all play out very significantly it's began years ago, but even stating from this year moving forward to 2025. And I think significantly we will start seeing the impact of the price to slowly start matching its value. But guys, remember, this is not financial advice. It's for entertainment purposes only. And as always, before we go, I do want to leave you with a final thought. Every strike brings me closer to the next home run. Much love, and we will catch you in the next one.